Hey everybody, I'm back in quite a different location. I know I never actually have just a plain white wall behind me. I'm at my grandma's house actually now, and I'm going to be here for the rest of the week because this is where I crash when I go to school. The only problem is I don't have internet here, which is why I haven't been making videos here. I have to go somewhere else or bring my computer to school if I want to go online or upload or anything like that. So I'm filming this here, but today is Wednesday, March 7th. I don't know when I'm going to actually be able to get it up. I'm here to do a really quick Hunger Games book tag since I do have quite a few books that I've already read this past week. You know, I had spring break last week, so I was able to get quite a lot of reading done that I did instead of doing homework. But I have to leave in about an hour to go back to school. So my grandma's not home now, which is why I can be making all this noise and doing this without her thinking like what's going on. Usually I don't even have a chance to do that. But, I'm doing this Hunger Games book Q&A because this is, I thought, was a cool tag that I saw on Get Bookish is the channel. I'll put the link down there, and it originated actually with she got it from Heather's book review. I'll put both those links if you want to do it. Question 1: who is your favorite character? Let's see. I really like Peeta, and I like Haymitch a lot, and I like Finnick. There are a lot of characters, but I guess those would be probably Peeta is my number one. I love Peeta, and I love Pita's like the bread, so his name reminds me of that. Anyway, number 2, if not Katniss and Peeta, who should have won? Foxface, definitely. I so want to know what Foxface's name is. I just thought it was so funny how Katniss always referred to her as that, and I just loved like how she was so kind of sly almost, and really her ingenuity in doing everything on her own, kind of being sneaky. I thought it would have been really cool if she had won, but obviously that we wouldn't have the books because you know Katniss is the main character and everything. Number 3, what's an interesting arena idea? Well, I'm a really big Super Smash Brothers fan, so this question made me think of that game. And there's one of them, I think it's actually in a Pokemon arena, but the background keeps changing. And I don't know if this would be possible with the technology, but if they had something like it was actually all an indoor arena, and maybe through virtual reality or things like that, where instead of being weather and the elements, or it could even be that, but just a bunch of, you know, changing things so they never knew, you know, they can't really get used to the terrain or get used to where to go because it changes all the time. That would be something that I just thought of. I don't know how possible that would be, but on number 4, what do you think of the dystopian setting? In general, I just love dystopians. I know they're really kind of all the rage in YA. They have been for the past few years. I think that's fine. I think they're really cool when they're done well. Obviously, there's some that are done not so well, but I think it's neat, kind of like a what-if scenario, because it's fantasy in a way, but not really, because it's things that could happen. It's not like it's, you know, magic or a different world or anything like that. It's a possible future, and that kind of intrigues me. Anyway, the dystopian setting in the Hunger Games, it specifically, I think is definitely really well done. Suzanne Collins, you could tell, definitely put a lot of effort into her world building, because you kind of get the history of the way things are controlled, where I guess there were wars, and you know they have these Hunger Games, even though people, you know, for the most part hate this society. You know, there's a reason. It's not like I guess there's one where is it, Delirium, where it was the cure to, you know, stop people from feeling love. That was made them, you know, subordinate and followed the rules, because instead of rebelling. In this, it's kind of for another reason, where you know all their kids are not all, or all their kids are like taken into battle every year and all that kind of crap. I think it's really well done, and I would love to see more of the dystopian world. I really liked the hints we saw in the later books of seeing whatever district Rue was from, and hearing about people from other districts, kind of just little glimpses of what's going on there, and getting to see more in the capital, and kind of all the corruption and bad things going on in that area as well. So it's not necessarily the perfect place you'd think it'd be compared to the districts. So generally, what do I think is really cool? Number 5, how would you describe the games? Cruel and brutal and savage, and I don't really know of anything else. 6, yays and nays on the writing style. Okay, Suzanne Collins' writing style definitely took a lot of getting used to for me, because even though now it's become more prevalent, I don't know if it's because of the Hunger Games or it's a coincidence, but the first person present tense in the narrative, present tense, I don't think I had ever really read in a novel before until that point. Also, she uses a lot of sentence fragments, kind of describing Katniss's point of view. In a way, I feel that's really realistic in a sense, because it'd be closer to more like a stream of consciousness, or the way someone would really think. And definitely in some of the more action-packed scenes, it really did well in showing the action, that kind of way as everything's going on. But definitely it took some adjusting to. At this point, I'm used to it, but when I first got into it, I'm like, whoa, that's a fragment. Oh my god, why is this in present tense? It takes getting used to, but I like it now for that particular reason. It really fits the tone of the book. Some other books I've read that is similar in present tense, I really feel didn't quite work as well, but for this case, it did. So that's both a yay and kind of an A in the beginning, just because something that I had not seen before. Number 7, should there be more Hunger Games books? I wouldn't really say no to it. I don't know if there necessarily should be, but I don't think it would also necessarily be bad. But if there ever were to be anything, maybe like a prequel type of story, or something set more in like a sequel with different characters, maybe. We've heard Katniss's story. I think that's all there is to it. If there is going to be anything, I want it to be about someone else, or some other, place in that society, not Katniss again. I think we've had enough of that. Number 8, how do you feel about the 3 main actors? Well, my first thought from when I heard that Jennifer Lawrence was cast as Katniss was that, okay, that's wrong, she's blonde, and Katniss is a brunette. Obviously, they can dye, and they did dye it, and that's no big deal, but I still feel like she's too old. Like, I think she is my age, or maybe a little bit younger, but Katniss is only 16, and even looking, the guy, Josh Hutcherson, or something like that, who plays Peeta, is, I don't know how old he is, but he looks to me noticeably younger than Katniss. Like, he looks like he is an actual teenager, or he could be. I don't know if he really is. He's probably not, and, maybe he's even close to the same age, but I don't know. There just looks to be kind of a disparity, and I haven't seen him in anything. I've only seen Jennifer Lawrence in the X-Men First Class movie last year, and I thought she was good in that. I'm sure she's a good actress from everything I've heard. She's a really brilliant actress, but I haven't seen any of her other movies. I haven't seen the 2 guys in anything whatsoever. I think the guy playing Gale, I'm going to guess his name is Liam Hemsworth or something similar. He looks the part of Gale to me, kind of close to how I would imagine Gale to look like. But I know nothing about them. My only prevalent thought is that Katniss looks too old. But I'm really excited to see the movie. I think it's going to be great. that is it. There's only 8 questions to this Hunger Games Q&A. I tag anybody who happens to see this. If you're a Hunger Games fan, go ahead and do it, and I'll see you guys later.